Hi, my name is Wayne Knapp and I'm the Fire Safety Administrator for the Presbyterian Church of Queensland. This fire safety presentation is based on the requirements of the Queensland Building Fire Safety Regulation for the Maryborough Presbyterian Church. The church is located in Alice Street, Maryborough, and consists of a timber church and a steel-framed hall which sits at the rear of the church. In this presentation, we'll look at the location of the firefighting equipment, the use of the firefighting equipment, the escape routes, exits and assembly areas, and the evacuation procedures itself. As part of this procedure, we'll also look at the specific duties of event leaders and assistants. A full version of the church's fire and evacuation plan is available from the Safety Administration and is also available on Elvanto. Location of the firefighting equipment. There are two fire extinguishers located on the properties. One is located in the church, and it is located at the entrance to the church, just behind the door, and that's it, situated there. It is important that you only use the firefighting equipment if it's safe to do so and you're confident in using it. This extinguisher, as with the other one, is a white banded chemical fire extinguisher, and it can be used on all types of fires. To operate this extinguisher, as with most extinguishers, you pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the trigger and sweep the fire from side to side. You pull the pin after you remove the extinguisher by twisting and breaking the seal, and that's the pin there. Once this has been done, you pull the pin to release the trigger, and this will allow you to discharge the extinguisher. Aim the nozzle. This is the nozzle here. Before approaching the fire, it is a good idea to test the extinguisher first. Once this has been done, aim the nozzle at the base of the fire, and by doing so you'll hit the fuel source. If you aim at the flames, the powder will go right through and you'll have little effect at all on the fire. Squeeze the trigger. Pressing the two handles together will release the pressurized extinguishing agent in the extinguisher. Sweep from side to side. Start using the extinguisher a safe distance away from the fire and slowly move forward. It is important to continue to sweep the fire until it is completely out. And once it is out, keep an eye on it in case it reignites. Escape routes, exits and assembly areas. If you are seated at the rear of the church, the primary escape route is through the front doors, which you reach by going out through the doors, going down the stairs, and going to the assembly area, which you reach by going out through the main gates, then going along the footpath to in front of the manse, just beside where the Presbyterian Church sign is. If you are towards the front of the church, or you need to use a mobility aid, your best exit is by going out through the door there, which is to the right of the pulpit, going into the vestry, then going down the wheelchair ramp, and again making your way out through the front gates and then over to in front of the manse. If you're in the hall, which is at the rear of the church, you exit by leaving that door there or through the roller doors, which are always open when the hall is occupied, and again walking down the path, going out through the gates and then down to in front of the manse. In the hall there is a fire extinguisher located on the wall just beside those power points, which is near the kitchen sink. The evacuation procedure itself. If you are the first person to locate a fire, alert the group leader, and if it is safe to do so, attempt to extinguish the fire. Remember to make sure you have a clear exit before attempting to do so. Meanwhile, other members of the group should prepare to evacuate. On hearing an evacuation instruction, immediately cease all activity, and only if it is safe to do so, switch off any appliances. Assist any person experiencing difficulty with the evacuation and take a quick look to your left and right to see who is standing or sitting nearby. Walk quickly and calmly to the assembly area via the nearest exit, and at the assembly area, form into groups to assist the leader to ensure that everyone has been safely evacuated. Report to the group leader if you cannot locate the person that was to your left or right before you evacuated. Under no circumstances re-enter the building. Remain at the assembly area until otherwise instructed, and if for any reason you need to leave before the all clear is given, please let the leader know. If you are the evacuation coordinator or person leading an activity or program, there are some additional duties to be performed as part of the evacuation process. You need to investigate the fire situation, and if there is any doubt regarding whether there is a fire situation, call the fire services. You need to ensure the safe evacuation of all occupants from the building and account for all persons at the assembly area. You need to ensure occupants do not re-enter the building, and you need to meet the fire services and advise them of any information relevant to the fire. As there are a number of tasks to be completed, it may be necessary to share these duties between attendees to ensure a safe evacuation. This includes checking the hall and the toilets and checking each room, and also advising the man's family if applicable. If any room or building is unable to be entered, the emergency services will be advised on their arrival. It is recommended the evacuation coordinator or person leading an activity allocate these tasks at the beginning of each event. And in the case of the Maryborough Church, these tasks have been allocated to members of the Committee of Management of the church and other select people. That concludes the Maryborough Church Fire and Evacuation Instruction presentation. If you have any questions about any of the information given in this presentation, please contact me at church office. Thank you.